I think there's something so magical about hot air balloons. I mean, as kids, who didn't love a balloon? Who didn't love a balloon and let it go and wonder where it was going to float away to? Who can not look up and not smile when you see something that beautiful floating in the air? There is nothing like seeing somebody see a hot air balloon for the first time. I mean, just for me, I've seen them since I was a little girl. I've been in this town, and they never get old. But to watch somebody see a hot air balloon for the first time is pretty remarkable.
The Balloon Classic is a balloon competition. It's basically an air show that's made up of only balloons. Indianola is a small town. There's only 14,000 people here. So in order for this event to happen, it requires tons and tons of volunteers doing everything. It's unimaginable how much they do here. The pilots here range from 35 hours of flight time to thousands of hours of flight time. Flying a balloon's like playing a musical instrument. You have the guys who can play chopsticks and you have the guys who can play Mozart. And it takes years and years to develop the touch. You have to outsmart the other people to win. It's like playing chess in the sky. You have to look and think and anticipate your next move and what the person next to you's next move is also. And you also want to be able to outmove him so that if you both end up at the target at the same time, you're in the lower spot so you can get the throw from 5 feet and he has to throw from above you. Money doesn't make you win, smarts make you win. You outsmart the guy. In car racing, he with the most money wins, but in balloon racing, he who outsmarts the other guy wins.
It's so still sometimes you can actually hear the conversations of the pilots in the baskets. We have to tell them to keep it clean if they don't hit the target. This is a family-friendly event. We are host to anywhere from 50 to 90,000 guests. And it just goes to show that people are very excited about this event. It's the Midwest, so it's worth the drive, and people come here, and there's just a sense of hospitality, and we're lucky right now. We're having beautiful weather.
We're from Des Moines, Iowa. We came here to watch the balloons tonight. Haven't ever been, first time.
Yeah, we try to make this a yearly event. Every family member out here is having fun. It's great for the kids, it's great for the parents, it's amazing.
Wonderful, magical, it's like a dream come true here.
I'm excited to be here because one, we get to watch stuff, and two, we kind of sometimes get to do fun stuff over there.
So while there's other balloon events all over the country and they're fantastic events, often they're smaller events, weekend events. We are actually the only event that flies both morning and evenings. So obviously we're first and foremost a hot air balloon event, and we will always be a hot air balloon event. But we know that we have to have other things as well if the weather isn't perfect or if they're on a delay, because people want to be entertained. A live band every single night during our festival. We have Kids Land activities, lots of food concessions because everybody wants to eat. So we have food trucks and fan favorites and that sort of thing. We love to do everything in the air, of course, but we're grounded in other things. And if you get a scope of our field and that sort of thing, we have 150 acres of beautiful rolling hills out here. And so we often tell families when they say, well, what can we do while we're waiting for the balloon? Turn the Wi-Fi off and just enjoy. We also couldn't do what we do without amazing landowners. So we have to have a very good relationship, because obviously when you put balloons up in the air, they're going to need a place to land. You can take off or you can launch from our balloon field, but they have to fly somewhere and land.
Balloons started here in 1971. They had 9 balloons for what you see today. But back then the pilots were a little more brave. It didn't make a difference. The wind was 3 miles an hour or 20. There was 2 or 3 of them would take off and they'd land, bounce like a basketball. I mean, and nobody ever got hurt. I don't know why, but it was almost fun, back seeing that.
Crews are as serious about winning this event as the pilot is. Once they go out and the crew gets the balloon launched, they pack up all the launch equipment into the truck to chase after the pilot and to check and make sure how he does at each target. Then after he finishes the last target, they will be where he lands to catch him, pack him back up, and get him back into the fuel line in time to get everything that he needs to get accomplished. Ballooning is a strong sport. It continues to have a lot of followers. It's never going to have the followers that auto racing or football or anything like that will have, because it just doesn't interest as many people. But the people that are interested in it truly love this, and they make this their lifestyle. And there are families, we have 3 generations of people flying here that their families have been flying for that long.
You have to be here to experience it. You can look at hot air balloons floating in the air from just about any location if they're there, but you have to be here to feel that whoosh of the burner and to feel the heat of the burner during night glows and to hear it. Even though hot air ballooning is such a visual experience, it's something that's felt too, and you cannot feel that unless you're here at the balloon field.
I think the great thing about ballooning is that it is on so many people's bucket list. We compete here, and it's all about the competition, but then we also will share the rides with other people, and they fly along.
There's not enough things in life that are unpredictable. There's not enough surprises in life, and I think this is one of them.